Hello everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and this is the last day before the 5th episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm recording this Thursday, about 8 o'clock, and I wish I could have talked about this sooner. I really do, but I gotta talk about it now. There's been a lot of controversy around episode 4. Now, I loved it. I think episode 4 is considered by a lot of people to be the best episode. John Campbell loved it. You know, Josh didn't love it, but who cares about that? Anyways, there's a lot of people who loved it. There's a lot of, like a lot of people that the final shot of John Walker with a bloody shield. But the controversy around it is interesting because it's not controversy like you think. It's not WandaVision controversy where it's like, you know, this show sucks, you know, like, I hate this show. It's not like that. It's more like conversation. It's more like a debate. Really, I'm gonna probably put controversy in the comic section. I mean, in the title because I guess it sort of seems because it's been going through all week. It's really been all week ever since that episode, and like it's interesting. I love it because I love seeing it's really like nerd conversation. First of all, there's two big talking points. One is when the Dora Milaje took Bucky's arm away. You know, they typed in the Konami code and Bucky's arm just fell in the fucking ground. That went up, up, down, down, and his arm fell on the ground. And and some people say that it's a shame. Like, there was this one celebrity who, commented on Twitter, like, it's a shame to think that all the time they spent together, all the stuff they did, them helping him, but they never trusted him. And, some people were like, it's fucked up. And I was like, no, it ain't fucked up. So for me, and I just put my opinion out there, the whole Dora Milaje dropping Bucky's arm thing, that makes total sense. First of all, I'ma just be blunt here. The Wakandans don't trust white people. It's just, when you, and it's that's what it is. Like, when you build an entire freaking civilization in your freaking creed all the way up to 7 years ago in the MCU was, we do not let outsiders in. Not just white people, outsiders in general. Asians, other blacks, no one. We are about us. Fuck everybody else. When you are have that kind of mentality, of course you're gonna hedge your bets. Especially in Bucky's case, where he was a freaking brainwashed assassin, super murder machine, who was like, yeah, we're gonna give you this arm, but we don't know. You never know. You never freaking know. And it's never a bad idea to cover your back, it's never a bad idea. It's not like it's something that's so easily accessible, accessible. It seems like only the Dora Milaje maybe even know about it. And the thing is about it is, in that moment, because some people are like, oh, he betrayed her trust. She betrayed his trust. And it's like, let me get this straight. Homeboy, Bucky, love him, broke out the person who murdered their king. Broke him out, didn't say a word about it, running across the world with this guy, and he knows them. He knows what that meant to them. He knows what Zemo means to him, and he broke him out of prison, and she still gave him 8 hours to finish whatever the hell he was doing, and she was like, I'm coming for him at the end of that 8 hours. 8 hours were up, and Bucky stood in her way, so she had to drop his arm. Hey, be thankful. She could have made it worse. She could have beat the brakes off of him. And I see some people, which, like I say, this episode kind of brought out some of the scariness. Some of the more racial, sexist people were like, nah, that wouldn't happen. And the thing about it is, I don't think you guys understand. The Dora Milaje in both comics and the MCU are the most elite tactical unit in the world. First of all, they're covered from head to toe in vibranium. All that might not look like, that's all vibranium. That's vibranium armor. They have vibranium spears. They're trained to be the best. That's just what it is. They protect the king. They are trained to be the best. It wasn't that long ago in Black Panther, they were, sure, did Killmonger technically beat a bunch of them? Yeah, but they were fucking Killmonger up. And he had the Black Panther suit and super strength. I mean, he had the strength to wrestle a rhino to the ground, and they were still fucking him up. The Dora Milaje are the shit in the MCU. They are this tactical unit. If the Dora Milaje show up, you best get the step. Unless you are like really powerful, which they're just powerful humans. They're just strong humans. It's like, okay. But anyways, like, yeah. So that whole sequence with that, I'm on the side with people who just say it was something they had to do. They had to cover their asses just in case they were wrong. Because who knows? Maybe there's still something in his head and he's loose killing people. You don't know. You never know. But it's one of those things where you just put it in there and you kind of go, hey, look. If we have to, you know, if I ever have to, it's there. But if we never have, the thing is, I think John Campbell, I'm trying to think it was John Campbell. Someone said it right. They were like, someone said this the other day, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty much true. I can't remember which YouTuber said this. It's like, if Bucky had never done what he did, betrayed their trust, you know, broke Zemo out, none of that, if he had just lived his life and he had never interacted with doing that again, he would have never known that code existed. He would have never known there was even a possibility to do that, but he did. But he didn't. So now he knows. And now he knows not to fuck with the Dorma logic because they can just take his arm off. But moving on to the more scary one is John Walker. Now it's clear. I talked about this when I was talking about the video. It's pretty obvious that the John Walker situation was definitely a nod, so to speak, to the whole, to a lot of the Black Lives Matter stuff, to a lot of the people, like, to the idea, the concept that, you know, of an authority figure, of an American authority figure, killing a man on the ground who surrendered. What's the word I'm looking for? There's a phrase, there's a phrase they use. It's like, what's it? Over-aggressiveness, you know, like, you know, just overly aggressive, like compared to what you need. There's a word for it. I'm losing it. But compared to what the force that you need to use in this situation is going too far. For like, and there's been a lot of instances in America lately of things like that happening, of, you know, quote unquote over aggressiveness by you know, officials or, you know, police officers, you know, things like of that nature. Especially with like there've been times where it seems like, you know, you got a guy down on the ground, on his back, on his belly, you're on his back, there's nothing he can do, there's no need to escalate that, to be even more aggressive about that, there ain't nothing he can do. And in this situation with John Walker, there was definitely a parallel between that and things and other things, between the idea that this man, terrorist or not, was laying on the ground, had his hands up, there was nothing he could do, you had your foot on him. There was nowhere for him to go. He was not fighting. He surrendered. He had his hands up, and you bloodied him to death. You murdered him in cold blood in front of all of these people. And it was like, and I thought we were all on the same page about this, that damn, that's fucked up. Apparently we're not. Apparently there's a whole subset of people who are like, yeah, I'd have done the same thing. That's great. I fucking love it. And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy to know that. It's crazy to know that there's a whole subset of people out there who love that shit. Who are like, yeah, kill more. Yeah, I would have killed him. And then there's people who are like, oh, he was a terrorist. And it's like, well, yes, but they weren't like they were freaking bomb vest terrorists, you know. And the thing is, like, he had him on the ground. Like, it was the thing. No, it's the way it happened. If they were fighting in the heat of the moment and he killed them, one thing. But when a dude surrenders, he's running from you, he surrenders, he drops to the ground, he has his hands up, there's nothing he can do, there's nothing he's gonna do, and you just bloody him to death. And the thing about it is, there was a million different things he could have done in that situation. He could have knocked him out, he could have crippled him, he could have just broke a leg, but no, he enraged, murdered a man to death. And that's not right. And I know a lot of people say that, oh, well, he's just lost his best friend just a few moments ago, and he's not thinking clearly. And it's like, you know, and I love the parallel that people are making between what Captain America did and what he did. Captain America had the chance to maybe kill Iron Man the one time in Civil War, and he didn't do it. He went for the arc reactor. While John Walker decided to murder a dude in cold blood in front of hundreds of people watching. And it was, like I said, the scene was shocking. It was like one of those whoa moments. And I'm excited for the next episode. Comes out tomorrow for me. So all I gotta do is wait like 4 or 5 hours. 4 or 5, maybe 6 hours. And I'm watching that shit. Tomorrow, Fridays are just great days for me. Fridays are just great days for me in general. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, fucking Invincible. Still watching that, still loving that. I actually dig the Mighty Ducks. That's shockingly, I didn't think I would, but I do dig the Mighty Ducks. There are like so many things coming out Friday for me, man. It's just living it, you know. So I think it's gonna kind of go. Clone Wars, but anyways. Thank you guys for the Comic Game Movie Show. What do you think about these two topics? What are your thoughts on John Walker killing that person? Do you think it was justifiable for him to kill that person, for him to kill that Flag Smasher, or do you agree with most people who are like, that was fucked up? And what do you think about the Dora Milaje taking Bucky's arm off? Do you think that was messed up? Do you think it betrayed Bucky's trust? Or do you agree with me? Look, you never know. You never know, man. You just keep the, like I don't know. You never know. Let's just keep that code in them just in case. Thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.